I just didn't like the urgency that we started the game with. I don't feel like we ran to the ball and tackled like Hurricane defenses should. And I give Duke credit for that. We knew we'd get a great effort from Duke. They have played their best against the best teams that they played this year. And we had to get punched in the face a couple times before we really got going, which was disappointing. However, when we got going, I love the way that we responded and started getting stop after stop and allowing our offense to take control of the game.
Talk to us a little bit about the growth you've seen from Joe Jackson from day one to now.
Yeah, Joe has done a fantastic job. Obviously, Coach Kuligowski's done, mentoring him, and as his role has grown and grown throughout the year. And it's not even about the pass rush. Those are the things that where you notice them. But like an offense today, where the defensive ends had so many different reads on their quarterback run game and things like that, and just making sure that he's where he needs to be. Defensive end almost becomes like a linebacker position against these spread type offenses. So Joe's done a phenomenal job of learning what to do in the framework of the defense. And if you look back at where he was in game one when we were near FAMU game to where he is now, he's really improved.
Coach, what impresses you most about this defense, and what do you want to see improve moving forward?
To me, the best thing about this defense this year has been our consistency. I feel like every week we have challenged them to play like Hurricanes, to run the ball, play fast, and tackle well when we got there. And 12 games in, we've done that. All 12 games. There's been a quarter here and a quarter there where maybe we did. That's why I feel like the first quarter today, I feel like that wasn't us. But you see so much up and down in college football. You see so many head-scratching results, and it's hard to be the same unit every week. It's hard to have that standard that you have to meet every week. And I think our players have done a good job of rising to that standard that we've set and that they've embraced.
And what do you want to see improve moving forward?
Well, for me, and I guess every coach would say this, I don't think our best game's been played yet. And I'm happy we still have one more opportunity, but I still think we've got 60 minutes. You've seen us shut people out for a half. You've seen us do it for, like today, where obviously we went on a big run against them. And do we have the maturity? Do we have the ability to go out from start to finish and dominate a good football team? And that's that one thing we still have hanging out there in front of us.
Manny, how much has it meant that these guys can make those adjustments? I know you don't want them to have to get punched in the face, but just that week in and week out, it just seems to be something they can do really easily.
Yeah, they have done a nice job with that, and especially with some of the youth we have in terms of seeing obviously Duke did some different things that they had not done in different weeks, which you're going to get from time to time. So the fact that they can see it, we can talk about it on the sideline, get it processed, and go back out there to stop it the second time that we've seen it is a testament to really the type of guys that we have, their football IQ, and their ability to get things corrected.
Coach, what does it meant to you to be able to coach guys like Jamal and obviously Korn that are moving on? It has to be pretty blessed to have guys like that.
Yeah, those guys have been the story of our defense all year. The best thing we've done all year is not give up very many points. And if you're not giving up points in this day and age of college football, where you're seeing all the points going up, it's got to be your secondary. And that's how you cover the pass, that's how you tackle, that's how you set edges. And to have those guys in the back end, to have the urgency that they play with, their ability to prevent bad things from happening, catastrophic mistakes from happening, because obviously we're not perfect up front. So they really were the most important guys for the development of this entire defense, to get our confidence in our younger players up front, knowing that we've got those guys on the back end that can make it right.
Manny, how proud are you? Congratulations on being nominated for the Royals Award. How proud are you?
To me, when you get a nomination like that, that speaks much more to all the people that are around you. We have an outstanding coaching staff. Coach Rick set a culture. I think defense in college football is related to your culture. And Coach Rick set a culture here that helps you play great defense. The accountability, the toughness, the job that Gus Felder and his staff do in the weight room. And then ultimately it's the players. It's those guys going out there and playing. And, I didn't tackle anybody this year. Those are the guys that deserve the credit. They have been the ones that have bought in to what Coach Rick has brought and what we try to do defensively. And I think the results, the individual awards go to everybody in that situation.
The other thing I wanted to ask you was about, Mark Rick talked about having the talk with the junior underclassmen who might be contemplating turning pro. You might have some guys, one or two, whatever, contemplating. Do you have a talk also with them, or how do you handle that?
Yeah, I think the more advice that you give them, and because we all can draw on our past experiences of players in similar situations who made choices and the ramifications of those choices, they're certainly getting a lot of advice outside of our doors, outside of our hallways. So it's important that I think we counteract that with advice and for ultimately what's best for them, you know, and you know, we'll be honest and forthright with those guys.
Last question.
I know that you've been obviously in a football bubble the past week, more than that, longer, but have you had a chance to reflect on what today's meant to the community? Because it was even a part of the game today. I mean, they were keeping flags in the stands, the music was playing. Have you had a chance to just kind of think about that at all today?
You know, today you're so focused on the game, you certainly don't, but you did notice the flags in the stands, and enough will be written and said about what this day means to the community. What I'm proud of is that our team, who I've said often, you know, is directly tied into the community of Miami, is that we can bless the day with a victory, you know, and just keep, you know, put a smile on everybody's face. And so that's just our little part of what we did today, that I'm happy to be a part of that.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you all very much.